Alright, YouTube, we're back, of course, talking some FF7, and we're here to talk everybody's favorite subject, which is shipping. The ship. Are you excited to talk about some shipping stuff again? I'm really excited. In this case, we're talking about the dating scenes from Ever Crisis. There's a little bit of the old controversy the last few days. Ever since the boy Sid dropped in the game, because with the new chapter, we, of course, got the dating segments from the original game. And there's been some drama, a little bit, sort of, whatever you want to call it, because of... It's fucking stupid to say. Because of some titles you earn in the game, depending on which date you go on. Kind of put this into perspective a bit. People were putting a ton of stock into these titles that you earn in a mobile gacha game for FF7. These titles that you get, and then you put them on your profile. Mine's like Extraordinary Planet Ruler or something. Like, they don't even fucking matter. Nobody really pays attention to them. But people were looking at these titles you get based on which day you went on as if they're proof of ship. If anything, they're proof of shit, because they don't fucking matter. And that's how low the bar is these days. It's in the fucking ground at this point. That something like profile titles mean something. So let's kind of set the scene here really quickly. This is just an image I grabbed off of Reddit. These were the titles you got based on the date you went on. If you went on the Aerith date, you got The One. If you went on the Tifa date, you got Childhood Pal. If you went on the Yuffie date, you got Passion Hunter. And if you went on the Bear date, you got Doting Father. If you know the FF7 shipping community at all, you can kind of figure out where the drama comes from this. Because if you did the Aerith date, you got a title called The One. If you did the Tifa date, you got Childhood Pal, right? Those are quite different. It seems to be implying, of course, that, you know, Aerith is the one for Cloud and Tifa's just simply his childhood pal. It turns out it's not even what it was supposed to be in the game. It was a mistake on the devs. So right here's a screenshot from my own game that dropped a notice today, January 17th, 1 a.m. PST, that says, Tifa and Aerith's titles obtained through missions regarding Final Fantasy VII Chapter 8, The Secret Date, contain expressions different from the original intention. This issue has been resolved. So this The One title that a particular group of people in the fandom were really latching onto didn't matter. And what did they change those titles to? Apparently they changed them to Special Friend for Aerith and Beloved Friend for Tifa, which, if we're going to look too much into these goddamn titles for some reason, one of those is better than the other. Special Friend sounds like something you call somebody that's like romantically interested in you, and you're not interested in them really, right? Like they try to hit on you and you're like, come on dude, you're my special friend. Which I guess is kind of fitting in this case for, you know, Cloud and Aerith. Maybe the fucking Ever Crisis devs know what they're doing after all. So if we're just going to run with this, right, we're going to look too much into these titles. Barrett's title that you get is Doting Father. So does that mean he's Cloud's dad? Is that what we're doing here? Is that how this fucking works now? I kid you not, for those of you that aren't, you know, chronically online, because unfortunately I am, like, there are people that were screenshotting this The One title, like screenshotting it and posting it on Twitter and like celebrating, like it's a victory. Like that is the ultimate thing for the Cloud Aerith side of the conversation, I guess, is this title you get in a mobile gacha game for FF7. Like, and that was ultimately a mistake, is an error, is a fuck up on the devs' part. So they took your victory, I guess, you guys winning, and took it away. So it's a loss, it's an L, like usual, the usual shit you guys go through, right? Captain, this ship is sinking. It's also kind of funny to me, too, how much people put stock into this mobile FF7 gacha game, right? Where, like, pretty much nothing's canon in it outside of the first soldier shit. Because, like, the FF7 story is in the game is like the original FF7, right? Whereas where we're at now with Rebirth and Remake continuity, like, things are very, very different. Like, the dying segment in Ever Crisis is how it was in the original FF7, right? It's not how it is in Rebirth, right? So none of that shit that happens in this game outside the first soldier's story even goddamn matters. So even if there, by some chance, this title was meant to be there and the devs didn't make an error, they didn't change it, it doesn't goddamn matter, because it's just a fucking title for your profile. Please go outside. But also, why are we putting so much stock in this like arbitrary thing that you can earn in a mobile game instead of focusing on Remake and Rebirth, the actual games, the actual video games where the story's being told, where, you know, Cloud and Tifa kiss and almost kiss a second time?
You saved me before. Now it's my turn.
And I guess call me crazy, but I feel like those events are a little more significant than this title you earn for your fucking profile in a Final Fantasy VII mobile gacha game. How many times I gotta say that shit? That's really kind of it for the video, my dudes. I just wanted to talk about this and kind of poke fun at the situation a bit, because it is just ridiculous to me. And before I could even get around to making a video on this, because the update's obviously been out for a few days at this point, the devs come out today and like talk about how it's a mistake. You know, it's a mistranslation, it's an error, whatever the hell happened exactly. And they've now changed it to where, you know, Aerith is Cloud's special friend. Ugh. But, you know, Tifa is Cloud's beloved friend, which is significantly better. Because I'm looking too much in these titles. These titles mean something to me. They're all that matters anymore. Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Search works in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @AboYT. That's it. Bye. Tell your special friend you love them.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain, or leave it like Cobain.